Shooba-dooba-dooba. Shibba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-dum. There we go. Hello, everybody. This is Maniac for Bricks. I am swamped with things to make, as usual, but I did want to take some time now to talk about something that's been on my mind for a very long time. It's a similar Lego hunting kind of video that I made a long time ago about the postcard for Lego in Motion. I know this thing exists. I have yet to find it still after years of looking through my Lego collection, and it'll probably take a lot more ransacking to figure out where it could have wound up. I still have no idea if anybody else even owns that thing, but if you want to see more information about that, then check out the link description below, or just badger me in the comments or something. Hey, where's the link? And I'll provide it as such. Or search it on the channel, Lego in Motion postcard, something like that. I'm sure it'll turn up. This is another one of those kinds of things that I know it exists. I have photographic memory of it existing, and I can't put it to a Mandela effect or anything like that of, oh, I just confused with something else. No, it is solid. I have proof that this thing exists, and I still have yet to find any other living soul who has seen it, documented it, sold it online, any databasing whatsoever about it. And I go on diatribes like this all the time on the internet, especially for Lego content and for all different kinds of things, whether it's Bizarre Lego or what have you. But or even Brick Theory, it's another one I've done a lot of research for. So I am still posting this up here to try to reach out to somebody else who is a fan of Lego Adventurers, a fan of Lego Rock Raiders, just a general fan throughout the late 90s, early 2000s, and possibly a patron of KB Toys, who may have seen this thing in passing, or may have owned this themselves. Who knows? So, the item that I am looking for, although I did not do an artist mock-up of it, is a Lego bundle that they have commonly done. This is the kind of thing that would have appeared with other Lego themes back in the day, and even way before that. They've done a whole bunch of different Lego bundles of just little small sets to package together. And it's like, oh, it's a great value. And, you're spending money on just this one thing that has a whole bunch of little things packaged together. I guess technically the evolved form of that you see nowadays are already existing, but back in the day, it was like, oh, these sets were only released or very scarcely released through these bundles only. There were very few times it would be sold separately from that or as part of a bigger collection or something. Nowadays, you see that with like 3-in-1s, 2-in-1s, and so on from places like Costco or Walmart, where they're intended, hey, we already had these sets out for a while. Now we get to put them together and you get a better value out of it because we're knocking down the price a bit. Lego Stunts, Walmart exclusive. You pay $15 for 3 bikes and a free, what do they call it? Suitcase. The classic suitcase has been around for, I want to say 2015, 16 or so onward. And in many different classic sets in yellow. But you're paying $15 for 3 bikes and that for free. That's a good value because a bike originally cost, from Lego Stunts, the single bikes originally cost like $7-8. So you're basically buying 2, getting 1 for free, and then some. That kind of stuff. So this is one of those kinds of bundles, but this was back in the 90s, early 2000s. And this is the kind of thing that, like I said, wasn't really sold that much beyond it. There were small little boxes, kind of like today's poly bags. There would be small little boxes of each of these sets. But the sets I'm talking about, they are listed online as their own entry on Brickset and Bricklink. They are not connected to the bundle that I am referring to, and it's a strange kind of bundle itself. So the bundle, from what I can remember, again, working from photographic memory here, was a large green box. It was split into either fourths or basically fourths, but the the bottom one wasn't filled in. I don't know if it actually had 4 items in it, but I know it at least had 3. They were pretty evenly split into sort of quadrants, let's say. I don't remember a 4th item in there. For all I know, it could have just been the description in that 4th area of what the box was, or being a good value, or things like that. They did that throughout the 80s and 90s a lot of times with smaller Lego sets. So that would kind of fit to reason about that one. But I do remember the distinct items that were in each of those things. So I'm going to pull this up on the screen right now. I have... This isn't even my final form of tabs being open, but please, I've had like 30 up, and this is a good running computer, so I am all for it. So the sets that I'm talking about here is a Lego Adventurers Jungle set. This was set 1271. There are 2 of them listed on Bricklink. They are the same set. They would have different numbers based on the region they were released in. This was a common practice back in the day. You don't really see this happen anymore, or it's very uncommon if it does happen nowadays. But back then, it was pretty common to happen. I know distinctly which number it was because I own these sets, and I have the instructions. So I know the set number that's on them. Even some of the sets where it has a slash through it and says, oh, it's the same instructions, but here's 4 different set numbers or whatever. Yeah, sometimes it goes up to 4 because of different bundles or whatever. This one I distinctly know. I've also been able to narrow this down because of where the traces for the other sets have been, so I know that it's not that. 1271, I'm sticking my flag in the ground and going with that one. This is the set, particularly Jungle Surprise. It's a small set, very easy to build. I would like to review this at some point. I don't think I've reviewed it on the channel up to now, but I would like to review it as a whole bundle. That's the thing. This set, pretty much gets to the point. It's in a small box, which you can see a box like that here. This is actually the folded out, tabs on the sides, opened up version of the box. Got the instructions, just like 2 sheets, or double-sided 1 sheet, I should say, for all the steps. Don't think it advertised any other sets in the back of it. And no, I'm not going to buy it on Bricklink. I'm just showing that it's here. Released in 1999. Then we have another set. Oop, that's the wrong tab. That's also the wrong tab. 10. Should probably bring it over to, yeah. I was diving between Bricklink and Brickset when filming, or when setting up for this video. So the other one is 1094, just titled Johnny Thunder. Once again, it has a very small box. This is the fold-out version of it. It actually has another picture on the back of setting up everything, but a very few pieces. It's basically a box that gives you the minifig, accessories, and a 2x6 green plate. It might be 2x8. But either way, very basic. Like, practically a collectible minifigure like they would see nowadays in a blind bag, but as a box. I don't know. It's ridiculous. As an adventurer set, 8 parts, 1 figure. I think it lists 12 parts in here because of the parts of the minifig. Yeah, but it does happen. Now, I've been able to narrow this one down. Again, I'm actually not sure if this has instructions. There's no image for it. I don't think there's an instructions entry. Or if there is, there's no image provided for it. No listings whatsoever. Then again, it's basic enough that I could understand them not putting instructions in here because you can see how to build it from the box. That's like every Duplo set ever. You don't really get instructions with them because you can see from the box how it goes together. However, I can narrow down that this is set number 1094 that I own as opposed to 5900 because 5900, from my research, was only in the UK. It was advertised in many different UK catalogs throughout the late 90s in 1999, 1998, and therefore would not have been the number used in the States. So I'm going to stay with this, once again, put my flag on the ground that it's 1094 specifically included in here. Now, I mentioned in the beginning that this is a bundle. It has these 2 adventurer sets, 1 jungle, 1 desert. Okay, that's cool. But they also had a 3rd set, third Lego product that I know for a fact it came from this bundle. It could not have come from anything else because of how I own it. I don't have this in the original big box that it would have been normally sold in. This, I don't even know if it's actually, it should be listed on Bricklink. It might not be listed as this item in this way particularly. I think it's only just listed as the big box version. Oh, there's a Rock Raiders mug? Hell yeah. See, this is why I have so many tabs open. I go all over the place. I'm squirreling out here. I actually did get this at Brick Fair, Virginia. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I mentioned on Instagram. I don't remember if I did a video about it on or when I did the live stream about things I got from Brick Fair. But I did get this and a couple other items. I got this like $6 or something. And Brickmania, where I got it from, right next to Dallas Expo, has a whole bunch of these in great condition. And on the back of it, it also has the Lego logo printed on there. It's really cool. I collect Lego keychains every so often, but I clearly digressed. So they don't have a separate listing in here specifically for. They don't have a specific listing in here for what I'm looking for. What I'm trying to look for is Lego Rock Raiders for the PC. I own this game, and I've owned this game without this big box to go with it, like many other big box PC games. This one I owned was with the jewel case, had the instructions, the manual, had the CD, just as you would find it in one of these boxes, but without all the other fluff. It's just the case with the game inside of it. So I know that it had to have come from this bundle because I never owned this box. I never saw this thing in my collection as a kid. I've owned many other Lego games that were in big box PCs. I folded them up, didn't keep the cardboard with them, and this was never among them as the big box thing. So I am 100% firm this bundle exists, and it's never been documented as far as I can tell. I do want to reach out to RR Slugger because he knows a lot about Rock Raiders. He's not an expert on it. I will give it that. And he's admitted that himself on video. He's a really big fan of it. But this sounds like the kind of stuff that he would either take interest in or have some knowledge about. And he knows a lot about the PC game, like file-wise, coding, textures, all kinds of stuff, which I'm really impressed with. And he knows a lot about other merchandise surrounding it, behind the scenes, or at least, reading it from other sources, But that sounds like another kind of thing where it's like, this is a Rock Raiders item that is packaged with other Lego sets in a bundle that I have never seen online. I've tried looking for listings for this thing. I don't know if there's a specific product code for it. There probably is, but it's never been documented. And I would love to appeal to Bricklink, but I have no idea how to set something up like that because I don't have a product code. I don't have a photo of it. I don't have any other dimensions of the box, the weight of it, or anything like that to offer there. Like, I know this thing exists, but I don't have a lot to prove that it exists. Except for just owning the items now separated from that bundle and no longer obviously have the cardboard bearing of it. Where did I find this item? How did this thing stick out in my memory? I remember getting this item specifically from KB Toys in West Caldwell, New Jersey. This was in the Essex Mall or Plaza, where there used to be a, what is it? It used to be a King's. It's now a Stop and Shop. There used to be Book World that I forget what it turned into. It might have been a tanning place or something. It's in the same place that used to have a Sears hardware store, New York Sports Club. Right in between those was KB Toys. And I believe, there we go. So we have one person here that's actually had photo of it before a lot of this was changed up. KB Toy Works went out of business in the mid 2000s. And according to this posting from Flickr, this location closed in 2009. But the sign was still available through 2013 when the photo was taken. I believe I don't know if they still have it up. Like, I had still lived in this area through, 2020, 2021. I'm trying to remember if I'd actually still seen it there afterwards, but either way, I think there was one part of it that actually turned into a Weight Watchers. They like split the building in half. Some of it became a Weight Watchers, and then they relocated. So I don't even think the New York Sports Club is there anymore, or the signage or whatever. Anyways, passage of time aside, this is what store that I got it from. This specific location in this specific like area, this is where I found this Lego bundle. And I've never heard anything else about it. I don't know if it was a KB Toys exclusive, and I don't even know if KB Toys even did exclusives. I've been trying to look up research. I've been trying to research this in general out of nostalgia or whatever. The history of KB Toys and KB Toy Works, and just general stuff about it. I have been trying to find old photos of this location itself. There haven't been a lot of them posted online, unfortunately. And the only ones I can really find are either outside of the building like this, where it's already been vacant, or once or twice that it was used again after closing, where it was used for other purposes, like for storm relief and things like that. But I at least know this is where it came from. I haven't. I may have a scatterbrain, but I do have some really hard locked memories that I could, if I close my eyes, I could literally take myself back in time and bam, photographically remember all of this happening. I remember getting this thing. It was sitting on the corner shelf. It wasn't right next to the Lego aisle. It was actually, the Lego aisle was a bit further down on the back right portion of KB Toys, from what I can recall. This was sitting a bit further up from there, but not by the register, like somewhere in between the two. It was kind of on a corner shelf, standing out on its own. This green bundle. I don't know if there was a distinct texture or graphic or background to the box itself, which also makes it a lot more vague and hard to find. I don't recall that detail, but I also don't know if there would have been anything stand out from that detail either. But I do remember it having these three sets specifically. It had Lego Rock Raiders on PC. It had 1094 Johnny Thunder. And I have too many tabs open. And it had 1271 Jungle Surprise. It makes me believe that there was a fourth set, but I don't know for sure. That part doesn't come back to me. I do remember that the Rock Raiders PC Jewel Disc was shown on the bottom right of the quadrant. I don't remember the order of the other two sets that were in there, whether Jungle Surprise was on the left or top left, or Johnny Thunder was on the top left. I can't remember it that far. But I know that this thing exists. I know that this thing has been around. There couldn't have just been one copy of it at one random New Jersey location for a smaller toy chain, a toy retailer. Which, I mean, it used to be big, but yeah, by the time I got to it, it was probably much smaller. As far as time frame goes, like I said, this location closed down in 2009. It's unlikely they would have had it in 2009. I can't. I remember only a little bit of the last time that I had been there, which would have been long after seeing this bundle in the store. We only know that the rough framework would have been, so there used to be a Bradley store in here. It was basically a big department store, for those who don't know. Apparently used to be a Stop and Shop in here at Medimart. Says that the Bradleys closed in 1996 during an early round of closings, divided between Sears Hardware, Marshalls, and the now closed KB Toy Works. So, sometime after 1996 to 2009. That kind of makes sense. Because the bundle in question is involving sets that were released between 1999. Wait, where did the... Oh, there it is. And 1999. So, for all I know, this bundle could have existed in 99 itself, or it could have existed maybe a year or two afterwards, where it's like, oh, we already put the big box PC game on the shelf in most, other places. Now we just have a wrap-up bundle to put all this other stuff. I'm not sure. Or it could have been released at the same time. I'm not sure. Like, if those other sets have been documented in the same year, it could have been. Or maybe even later in the year from when this released. So, yeah, that is my hunt. That is the one thing I've been trying. One of the few things from Lego that I've been trying to look for in the background for a long time. Nothing has shown up about it. I don't even care if somebody doesn't have it for sale, but have a photo of it, something. Or even just having someone else with the knowledge that, hey, I've seen that before. I remember that thing. That's how I got these sets. Whatever. That'll be fine. That would satiate it even to a degree. I've tried looking actually through the Wayback Machine on the possibility it might have turned up on their website at some point, but the Wayback Machine, like many virtual archives, is only as reliable. Well, actually, I could even say physical archives too. The Wayback Machine, like many other archives, are only going to be as reliable as the people who source it. So if people don't publish anything on here, if they don't have anything saved, there's no documented history of it. And as we can tell here, KB Toys' website, maybe that. Going to back it up a little bit more. I also hit the wrong button down here. If I just look for kbtoys.com, okay, now we're getting a lot more in here. So what do we have for 99? I'm going to quickly scroll through to see if possibly they could have had a product listing on there, and that would be so awesome. Luckily, I can do this in a way where it'll pull up the page for as many assets are saved for it, because again, it's only as saved as people can save it. Might have all these boxes in here, but doesn't mean they're going to fill in with the graphics. So we know Spawn 3 was a thing. I did not know that Spawn 3 was a thing. I thought it was just had 2 films. Links can be a bit tricky through Wayback Machine. They're not always expected to lead to other pages. So we're now in February of 1999. Actually, that's another good question. When did Lego Rock Raiders release? Because then I could narrow it down from there. It's like, okay, well, they wouldn't have put this out before. They wouldn't have put this bundle out long before the game was, big box released, right? Maybe at the same time, but all right, let's see. Data design, released in 99. North American release, Windows, November 1999. Wow, okay. So this was a much later release in the year. And you see why Brick Theory takes a long time before publishing, aside from the actual video editing side of things. So we're going to, we don't have a lot of info from there. All right, let's try 2000. That's assuming, it's kind of jumping the gun here. This is assuming that this product appeared on their website and also was captured, having the having somebody saved it from being on their website, just on the chance it might be on there. PlayStation with DualShock controller. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire second edition? Yeah, pre-order that. I actually got that recently for the PlayStation, and I got it because it's a game that I used to play on PC, and I've done that every so often. It's like, oh, if I find a PC game that I can't play on a Windows computer anymore for whatever reason, I might as well play the video game version of it again. All right, let's see how far we can go with the Lego tab. Mindstorms, Duplo, Primo, Technic, all Lego. Got some graphics that are coming in. I don't think I've ever actually been on the KB Toys website, even back in the day, like naturally. Arctic Polar Base, Rock Raiders. I'm kind of intrigued where it says Rock Raiders, if it means the PC game. I also open a lot of tabs just because I would not archive the URL. Okay. So even though there's a hyperlink there, it actually doesn't go to anything. Adventurers? I think the problem with this is that search bars are probably not going to work that well unless they've already been searched before. Yeah. No. Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins. Maybe. Congratulations to Gene Chaney of Nunn, Colorado, for winning a trip to four Legoland, California from kbkids.com. Cool. This is a Lego message board. You know, aside from using the Lego website or whatever. Dude, can we talk about that? The Lego website used to be at bomb.com. Like, actually awesome to use. I mean, not that it's not awesome to use nowadays, but you had so much more of a personalized page when you had an account on there. It was awesome. Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of a not helpful thing here, unless it just happens to show up in here this week. Tina reviews Micro Mega Blocks. Tina the toy mom. Okay. For all I know, the 1999 moniker for some of those other Lego sets in this thing could have come about from the copyright year or something like that. Because, you know, you look at a Lego box or whatever, and sometimes it'll say one date for the copyright of something, but it releases the following year. That happens. It could have happened here. I don't know if this is front page worthy, though, for this kind of item to show up, unless it became like a bestseller or something. Or again, unless there was a lot documented for the site to go through. Save on thousands of items, all 50% off. Okay. Does that lead anywhere? Or is that a dead link too? Poochie! I know that. I don't think I had an official Poochie. I only had the ones from like McDonald's or like Wind Up Toys versions of it. Let me think. There was Poochie. There was like a bird version of it. There was a cat version. All from the same company. All from Tiger, I think. Super duper. Alright, yeah, okay. That one's not going to work. Make moves with Lego Studios. I'm going to change the site up a little bit here. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of dead links in here. I could be wrong, and I hope I am. Lego System Blue Tub, only $21.99. Shop Soccer Championship Challenge was $50. Wow. You can find that for like $20 if you're looking in the right spot. I actually almost got that around Breakfast, Virginia. Again, if it's one of those giant soccer stadium sets. I think up to now, I've owned at least 2 of them. One as a child, one putting parts together from other things. Steven Spielberg Movie Maker set, $180. It was more expensive than the trains because it had a camera and stop motion CD-ROM and yeah. 180 is funny to sneeze at now because Lego products are way beyond that regularly. Back in the day, for all the youngsters out there, back in the day, having something over $100 for a Lego set was not common. It was only every so often. You kind of expect that with trains, but not much beyond that. Your flagship set for a Lego theme would be about $100, give or take. Then you have Mindstorms, obviously. Yeah, that was $199 back then. I know there's like an inflation thing, but yeah, sure. Okay, so I gotta go back. Pokemon Silver and Gold. Why is it not showing the top of the screen? There we go. Hate to say it, I think a lot of these are going to be the same as far as links go, that they're not going to stretch out too far. What? Wait, did it already stop? I would imagine that a bundle like this could probably be out 2002, maybe at the latest. Like, I can think of a few other memories from KB Toys, but I don't know specifically if that bundle would have been at the same time as those other things. For example, I remember seeing the Batmobile in 2006 when the Lego Batman theme started. I remember seeing that at KB Toys, the whole Batmobile Two-Face Escape set. But that was 2006. And as I mentioned in my outline of where in the store it was, this was in the far back section, where the Lego section was in the far back right of the store. Not near the bundle where I thought of it earlier. And I don't think that game would have even been that relevant by that point. Lego Rock Raiders would have been probably off the store shelves by that point, or would have been bundled in other ways. There are a whole bunch of different ways that Lego games have been bundled over the years, and I've been working on a video for that for way too long. Like well over a year of documenting some specific Lego games and all the different releases of them. It's not easy. Oh, hello. Oh, wait, this is 2006. It just suddenly jumped forward. Speak of the thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a dead link. Let's see. If I scroll back a little further, I'm going to say maybe 2003 at the latest for when this game could be out. Either that or I looked at PC software. That might be an option. All right, another tab we go. Nope. Dead link. Okay. That's also a dead link. Let me scroll all the way back here then. I actually don't know the difference between the green circles and blue circles. If that means like there's more information on one than the other, be great. Or maybe it's just more captures of it. So yeah, 2001 we didn't find a lot. Earlier in the year. Wait, what? Is this still loading? Let's try here then. There we go. Rescue Heroes voice tech. I remember that. Dude, the Game Boy Advance, yeah. I used to have a Rescue scooter like that too. My brother had a blue one, I had a black one. And they were very much loved. All right, let's try it out. Let's see what Lego offers. So we don't have a category in here for adventurers, but we do have a lot of photos saved, which is interesting. Not all, but a lot. What are Lego Bionicle? Shopping for a Bionicle fan? Well, sit down and get comfortable because you've got a lot to learn. Created by 2001, by Lego in 2001, Bionicle uses to build collectible action figure heroes for kids ages 7 and up. I got that cement mixer. Well, I don't have the full set. I have the mixer itself. I got used a little while ago. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised there isn't. Oh, let's try software or games. Okay, yeah. There we go forward. Software. Nope, nothing. Oh, and you got some other items in here. Yeah, Explorer is a weird thing. Lego Duplo had some kind of identity crisis or marketing crisis around the early 2000s because Lego Baby is a category that basically says, hey, we have Duplo and we have Primo, and they're the same umbrella term for whatever reason. They also had ones just called Lego Duplo. They also had ones that were called Lego Explorer, which is Duplo. I don't even think there was any Primo involved with Explorer. Or if there was, it was very unlikely. So why? I don't know. Let's see. Do we have a Galador? There it is. Some of this is just funny to me. 2002 is, for better or for worse, a very remarkable year for Lego in terms of brand history. It's got a lot of ups, it's got a lot of downs. It's got a lot of weird stuff. Like Bizarre Lego could just be written about 2002 itself, and you'd still find a wealth of stuff to go through. Nothing else really for me to go through. It doesn't even have like a what do you call it? Doesn't even have a section in here to say, oh, let's look through for software. Why does it keep doing that? Is it because there's only so many of these left? As like that specific URL, it seems. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Two 2003. I totally understand if nobody wants to join in by this point because I'm literally just doing something live that I had not presented. I did not prepare a presentation. All the other stuff basically is all you need to know. And it's just a matter of me narrowing down another possibility. Just another search result that, hey, maybe this worked out, maybe it didn't. Now, if I go back to the instructions for some of those sets, I don't think it would tell me on the instructions as a different year or anything like that. Because a lot of times it wouldn't have just, like, it's not a reprint. It's just, hey, just throw that set in here. They kind of do that nowadays, honestly. Like the Lego Stunts 3-in-1 pack that I opened a little while ago. I don't remember if I uploaded the video for it, but basically it's just the retail boxes of the single bikes thrown into a bigger box. Like, packaging wise, nothing different between them. And I can say that because I own the Rocket Racer already, and I didn't notice anything different with any of those. So I imagine the same thing would happen here. I do have like one or two other bundles that I want to open up just as like an unboxing experience, something that people may have overlooked or wouldn't be as, documented online or whatever. Just for funsies sake. So yeah, we're kind of hitting a snag when it comes to using the Wayback Machine and just hoping that it appeared on the KB Toys website and that there are assets that are saved in order to access it on the KB Toys website. I have no clue if it ever made it to the website, if it was ever that wide of a product that they would have, put it on there and said, hey, we have this thing. It's very likely they couldn't have, or just, again, we don't have enough documentation to provide for that. So I'm going to bring it back again in case anybody missed before or just scrolled through and said, okay, where's this guy going with this? I am looking for a Lego set bundle, a Lego product bundle. It is a green packaging to it. It's mostly square. It's got these little quadrants. I know at least 3 products that were in there. And those products are as follows. 1271 Jungle Surprise with the box that looks just like this. It was literally just wedged into there. And they did a couple set bundles like that where they just make this outer frame of a box to it. They put the set box directly in and then they saran wrap the whole thing. I did a video about that a long time ago on my channel reviewing an Arctic box that was like that. And it was basically how I obtained one of those Arctic sets as a kid. I think I still have that in storage. So yeah, that was the way they did it. So they had this as the box for Jungle Surprise 1271. You had the Johnny Thunder set 1094, small box. And I keep forgetting to put it up as its own page, but this was just the jewel case with the instructions and the CD belonging to Rock Raiders on PC. These all are documented to have released in 1999, which is totally fine. However, the bundle itself has not been proven to exist. I'm just trying to see if I could bring up another image of it, just for clarity's sake. It was like that. It was just the jewel case. Did not have any other boxing to it. This front cover is the manual, just like any other PC game. Having a little bit on the back like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was exactly the same as, all this packaging with the regular PC game, except this is the special one. Oh, I'm gonna look that up for later. Because these ones are fun with the Lego studs on them. They actually interact with Lego pieces. The disc itself looked like this. It has the large head of Chief on the CD. And I am working from memory when it comes to knowing of this bundle, what was contained in it, where it was found. I found this at KB Toys sometime in the late 90s, early 2000s. And this was at a KB Toys in West Caldwell, New Jersey. It no longer exists. Last was opened in 2009. The place itself was opened sometime between 1996 and 2009. Which, yeah, there we go. That's open up. I don't remember if there was the same graphic there, but yeah, there it is inside of it. So yeah, I'm trying to look for that bundle. If anybody has any information about it, what it looked like, if they've seen this thing, if there are photos out there, I just haven't scoured deep enough on the interwebs, because believe me, I'm sure there's plenty of places I haven't looked yet. I would love to submit this to other forums that love obscure Lego media or packaging, or even Rock Raiders or Adventurers fans, just to try to get the word out there to find this item, to find more clarity that this thing actually existed and I'm not all over the place. I mean, I am, but at least this is one thing I can be certain about. And then I can move on with my life. Ooh, there's a whole lot of them in jewel cases like that. I actually don't remember if I checked Rock Raiders United, which sounds like the logical step of, the site's called Rock Raiders United. They are Rock Raider fans, and they have a lot of obscure LEGO media talked about in their forum posts. I don't remember if this one came up in there. I probably would have found that if that was the case. But yeah, as far as I know for right now, Bricklink and Brickset do not have this listed as being part of any sort of bundle. I'll do a quick thing right now, actually. So we're going to do Lego 1271. Then we got to find that other set number. Bring it over here. 1094. I don't know if the word bundle is going to throw it off or make it better. It's an eBay listing with just a lot of them. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's where they all came from, though. Action kits. Lugnet. Yeah, Lugnet sometimes has some really nice information, but I don't know how much it's updated. I'm going to take away the word bundle just in case it threw anything off. Brick Economy. It's got both of them in the listing, but I don't think that means they're from the bundle. I could try every LEGO Adventure set ever made. Although if somebody's made a YouTube video about it, the pictures might be available online somewhere already. Oh, did I actually upload this? I did. This was back in 2019, and I'm still talking about this. Around the early 2000s, I picked up a combo Lego set of KB Toys, but I've never seen it reappear in any databases online. The box was green and split into 3 to 4 squares, nearly even. I recall it contained 1271, and the Lego Rock Raiders individual case may have included 1094. I recall having that set around that time. On the check at home of the Amazon sets were... Okay, so I did actually confirm that this one was 1271. I can't recall if there was a fourth item. I'm weary on relying on 1094, but the rest of it. So I remember. Did anybody... No, nobody replied to it, although one person did like it. So this is already posted to a forum already. How about that? Okay, so they have a listing of Jungle Surprise, but nothing to say, oh, it was available in this thing. Same with Johnny Thunder. And Adventurer Sam Grant. So that's also how I knew, because 5900 is listed as Sam Grant, which is the UK version of Johnny Thunder. That's how they was named over there. So that's how I know for a fact. It's like, okay, I couldn't have had that set because, or I couldn't have had it under that number because that's not what mine would have said, or not a name I would have known back then. Because I live in the US of A. Adventurer's Value Pack, I'm pretty sure is not the same thing. I'm pretty sure that one is supposed to be later, but let's check it out. 4 figures included. Well, Toys R Us exclusive includes sets 2995, 2996, and a Compass keychain. There you go. By the way, that sounds interesting as a bundle on its own, even though I don't have anything else to look for there. Jungle Surprise. One of the smaller jungle sets. Identical. Okay. Yeah, no other information on here about it. I could check through eBay. Yeah. People trying to sell the Lion Knights figures already. I saw somebody list them on Bricklink. And they're trying to sell all 20 figures from the set for $200, like, you know, half the cost of the set just for the figures. And that puts it about $10 a figure. I don't know if you could say one of these counts as $10, aside from it being brand spanking new. Lego 1094. What was the other one? 1271. Like, I've tried looking for like those set numbers together, and nothing has shown up as like a bundle or anything that includes them, unless it's just a lot like that. And for some reason, Crocodile Locomotive comes up a lot. It's not a bad set. I gave it a little bit of flack when it first came out because I thought the box art just didn't reflect it very well, having brown and black against each other. But the set itself is pretty nice, and I get that brown is like a pretty common color for it. It's just how it was on the box that threw me off. Brand new, sealed for $20. Wow. Pretty sure the price tag on there, Osco, yeah. It's not going to help me with anything there. Let's try just 1271. Nothing. Let's get this one map. But that happens a lot on eBay. You look for a set number, and then you wind up with all the parts that were in the set or related to the set. And then this, for some reason. I guess because it was in part of the Bricklink name. Okay. Sun discs, okay. Once again, that shows what set they're in. $12, $15. I got a bunch of these. I don't remember. There's no way that they're worth, that much. Maybe in chrome gold, being in good condition. But beyond that, nope. Nope. Don't be a fool. Brick Owl? I mean, I don't use Brick Owl as much as Brick Link, but I don't know if their database is any greater. 271. Let's see. So that's the whole set. Yeah, it literally is that simple. I definitely reviewed that before on the channel. Released in 99. No other description. Doesn't say if it's like bundled with or anything like that. Packaging, nope. Yeah, nothing to go through there. All right, I am probably going to have to call it quits here, even though I thought I was onto something. Reviews index. Again, this always throws me off when they have the ellipsis, but I can't help but look. Especially on a forum, site. Just on the possibility that it might be out there. Or somebody may have even brought it up at some point. Let's see. So some of these say that they need review, posted 2008. Maybe there's somebody that reviewed this. Spider Secret. Nope, that's not it. Jungle Surprise need review. I mean, hey, I'd happily provide one if I could. 1271. $1,271 pieces. That's why the Crocodile Locomotive keeps coming up. Jungle Surprise review. 1094. Yep. What does that mean? Not permission to view this content. What? I have to sign into Eurobricks? I haven't used the Eurobricks account in a while. I guess I'll do that separately. I've already dragging this on quite enough, but you can tell by how much I'm so many tabs. You can tell by how much I'm pulling through on this that this means a lot to me. Trying to figure this out and hopefully getting to the bottom of this mystery. So, sorry, I just read the chat right now, but welcome to Cat B. Welcome to the stream. Coolmax13, welcome. Angry Dragon. Surprised you found a jungle set. This figs won't sell. It's better than the Hogwarts train. Yeah, okay. Oh, the crocodile locomotive better than the Hogwarts train. I see. I haven't actually looked at the Hogwarts train UCS model yet, or at least that deeply to say, oh, that's terrible. Or anything like that. I'm just like, it exists. I don't know if it's particularly necessary, but it exists. Yeah, I'll leave it alone. I can't believe I spent an hour pouring through this. A lot of KB toys. But either way, if I can find any more information just to know that this isn't just living in my head on its own, and clearly I've posted about it before in interest, but with no communication whatsoever, it'd be great. I'm sure there are plenty of things that have, I know for sure there are plenty of things that haven't been documented that are hard to turn up. I spent a whole bunch of the stream using the Wayback Machine earlier. So, I know that there's a lot of things that aren't documented when it comes to, in general, when it comes to Lego even. And there are plenty of places that have stuff available. They just don't make it for whatever reason. The aforementioned Lego in Motion postcard. I, again, don't know another living soul who has that thing. I can only draw some speculation as to where it could have come from, where else people could have obtained it, but nothing for sure. So I don't know. It's like a bucket list item, honestly, at this point, trying to find some of these items and documenting them, just because it may not be significant to Lego history, but it's a hole that I'm trying to fill. Something that I know exists. I love documenting about Lego stuff. I love looking through Lego history. I love finding old stuff that I grew up with, whether it's obscure or bizarre or just, appeals to me in some way. That's my thing for tonight. And hopefully the fact that this is an hour-long stream doesn't turn anybody else after the fact away from tuning into this, because there's just a whole bunch of tangent in there, which could be skipped through. But the main point is there. I know what I'm looking for. I've already written down, I've already documented here what I know about it, firmness on some details, how I obtained it originally, but not seeing how it's documented online in so many ways, and just trying to get to the bottom of it. If you know anybody, or rather, if you had this set, I'd love to hear about it. If you have pictures or know somebody who, or some site or whatever that can provide more information about it, or pictures or anything, that would be lovely. I actually have a whole bunch of these kinds of things sitting in my head. I've been researching for a while without even trying to make it content, honestly, just to get some clarity on it. And that's from not only Lego, but especially from video games. At least the video games one, I do want to make it its own dedicated video, and I want to do it as a StreamYard kind of thing here, because I feel like I could spruce it up a bit and it would look much nicer. The video game stuff, I'd still trying to work through those, but it takes a little bit more time for me to get it all the way I want it to be. You know, if I can make every video at the quality that I put Brick Theories out or better, that'd be fantastic. But it is also late at night, and I can only do so much out of it. And at least wanted to show here live that I've tried researching this and still can't find anything for this thing. So thank you for listening to me ramble. Hopefully we get somewhere with this or the other ones. I feel like I should probably make it as a dedicated, well, maybe not playlist. There's not enough for it to be its own playlist. Maybe I'll put it in a community tab or something. Just to say, hey, I've touched upon these kinds of things. I would like to investigate them further. If anybody else knows about it, please respond, because it'd be really fun. You know, whatever access that you have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening in. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a wonderful night. Happy Friday. And hopefully I'll have more content for you real soon.